It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Dallas Cowboys and the Chicago Bears. Here's the former Cornhusker Brett Maher to get this one started. And off we go from Soldier Field. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. The run only got. Fields now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They are such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Now it's Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Fields. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Back to throw. Fields. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
So here we go on 4th down. Fields. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. They only needed that 1 yard going forward on 4th. I got to be honest, I thought they were going to stay on the ground. They surprised me. Did they surprise you?
I'm with you on that one. I thought they'd find a way to create some type of a power run and try and pick up the first down. But they decided keep the ball in the hands of the guy who could throw it, and it paid off.
Yeah, the decision paid off indeed. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Jarnell Mooney, 33 yards. And the Bears will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Santos with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Prescott to throw it. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Prescott on first down. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. They tried to take the deep shot there with this defense up to the task.
A lot of times when you have a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess. Allows for extra yardage on the return.
And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Play fake now, Fields to throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Here's Fields. That's complete to Mooney. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Just inside the 20. The gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. Here's Fields. Over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet. Throwing again is Fields. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Montgomery. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. They'll leave it for Montgomery complete. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. Running for it, Montgomery. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. David Montgomery taking it in for 2 yards out. And the Bears' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes the return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
Two minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Meanwhile, Fields throw complete here to Komet. Touchdown! Komet from 13 yards out. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Santos with the extra point. And that makes the score 21-10. Send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be a possession when you come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Steps away. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
This defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other, because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get first half scores just like this one.
On 2nd and 10, Prescott. He'll fire this deep for Gallup. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. They'll take over at the 10. Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. He rifles one, is intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
So first thing comes to my mind is, why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to try and go deep again. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do you and try and get some yardage and make it third and manageable, or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain.
47. 47.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Prescott. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Final play of the half. Prescott. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
This is a half for not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
They'll throw now on the final play. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. A short kick taken at the 18. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game. I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
And he'll earn a couple of tough yards past the 30 to the 31. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Prescott. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Kyler Gordon picks it off.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half. Just carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there. And there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down. To throw his Fields. That's complete to his running back, Hurley. And they'll end up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. First down there on a pick up the 25.
Well, we may be looking at the scoreboard. This offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Fields now to throw. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Justin Fields, a 9-yard touchdown run, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. So they're able to capitalize there on the short field, and that might prove to be the score that turns out the lights.
The party's over. Oh, sorry about that. That's an old reference there, folks. But, yeah, they've been the better of the two teams by far, and that's great complimentary football right there. Defense gets the turnover, sets up the short field, and the offense goes right out and scores to open up a pretty sizable lead.
Send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Right at the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic, in order to get home to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here. Yeah, and his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. Want to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day. They're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Glad you're with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. Third quarter here, 2nd and 10. Fields throw there, holding by Claypool. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Fields to throw on 3rd and 1. Finds Komet on the quick slant. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Again, Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Out of the gun, Fields. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
Partner, have you ever heard the story of Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. That was our guy right there. Keeps pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. When they're lined up in the 46 defense like that, running is just going to be a slog. Especially if you're trying to run it in the middle of the defense. So what you're hoping, get a stalemate against the 3 across the front. And can you get some one-on-one blocks that you can win on the perimeter? To me, that's the best place to carry the football. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with this 3rd down play as we play. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Got his man there complete to Gallup. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of first at about the 21. desperation time. Prescott on fourth. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Ball sits on the 10, second and 5. Here's a give to Herbert. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And this offense on third down today, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 7. Flushed out right. And this is going to be incomplete. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. Continue to throw it around until stopped.
That one 4th down here. That pass knocked away and incomplete. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 13. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. First down carry by Elliott. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. There's Prescott. Dancing to his left. And just not enough on the throw there. Got around his feet and incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Throwing. Prescott. Pressure, and he's taken down. A bear sack. And surveyed on the sack. And it's going to lead him to 4th down.
There's a lot better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailed by multiple touchdowns, and a late sack, just a party gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he's going to be stopped up at the line of scrimmage. And we'll have a stoppage as well as we have reached the 2-minute warning. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. That is caught inside the 5. And the Bears are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game. And they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the 4th.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all. But in today's football, you just go ahead and say it.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Santos now to add the PAT. And it's no right where it is. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now this is going to be returned for the back. flying to the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover. They want to try to put points on the board.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that. Well, that would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw is Prescott.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. No throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Prescott to throw on 4th. He's going to let it fly. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. And they will score. Pick 6 for a Bears touchdown.
But not only is his defense pitching a shutout, now they're contributing points themselves. I mean, they have really put together what's almost been a perfect effort here in this one.
I love how you express that. They've absolutely exceeded expectations in this one, and even better than their play. It's been their effort. Even the win in their back pocket already, every one of those guys is still out there fighting like it's a tie game.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Off the squib kick, he corrals it inside the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Elliott going to get it again on 2nd down.
And once again, he's going to be stopped up behind the line. 2nd straight play. Shades of the 85-Bear defense a little bit. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, up a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to South Florida and Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Dallas Cowboys and the Miami Dolphins. Well, we thought this could get interesting. Here's interesting. An onside kick to start this thing. And they've got it. They've recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. Yeah, you got to wait until that ball goes 10 yards. They did not. They hit it before, and that draws the flag every time.
And there's no doubt in my mind that converting an onside kick has never been tougher in the NFL with the new rules. So trying to get it to 10 yards, timing it perfectly, that's tough enough to begin with. But when you go ahead and grab it before it goes, you've got no shot there.
And before the second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now on 2nd and 13, Prescott, and the Dolphins rush gets home, down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
2 plays so far, and a pass attempt.
They drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They're looking for a win, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. So CD, his very first pass of the afternoon intercepted.
I know that's a major surprise for any quarterback because, look, let's face it, no one thinks about throwing interceptions. But think about all the warm-up that we saw, right? Every pass he threw went a single interception because, oh, that's right, there were no defenders out there. A little bit different when there's live guys out there chasing the football.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. First carry for Raheem Mostert. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. That's into a crowd and intercepted. There he goes left side. 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. But what a response by that defensive unit, Charles, because they just saw their offense throw the interception. They come out there, not only get an interception of their own, but they take it back for the touchdown.
I won't sing it because no one wants to hear that, but perhaps an early case of anything you can do, I can do better between these defenses. A lot of people came to expect the offense to light this game up, but so far, the defenses are stealing the show.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. A short kick taken at the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago and threw the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on everyone and say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets them a first down. A run with Mostert up the middle.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Now Tua. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 20-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack. Tua wants to throw it on second down. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Durham Smythe, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. Boy, a little panic here early. A first quarter onside kick. And the Cowboys are able to recover. So an onside kick fail in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game, and maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They've got to steal it and try and gain an advantage, and they tried. They just didn't get it done.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Looking to throw again on second down. Prescott. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Noah Igbenogany. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, your first drive of the first quarter, you get it down there, try to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that play.
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving and getting into position, and this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They had things going their way.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's got a man, complete, 30, 10, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, an 80-yard touchdown, and the Dolphins have moved out in front. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing.
And now they're going to fake it. Oh, no, and it's intercepted. And he will be out of bounds on what will wind up being the final play of this first quarter. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, And I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, but that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
From the shotgun, a give to Elliott.
And he'll take this down to the 33.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Prescott to throw it.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gunshot throwing it away.
Underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions maybe in the back of his mind. Now Prescott. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Fourth down, Prescott. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive.
Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
Well, when he feels the pressure, naturally he likes going to his left, as most left-handed quarterbacks do. But this time he tries to let this go on the run, and it's going to wind up getting intercepted.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't...
Yeah, the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Big DeMarcus Lawrence getting in there and bringing him to the ground.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack.
Tua. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. Finding room at midfield.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he goes diving to get as much as he can, following a big gain. A nice little cherry on top there at the end. A big play there on the catch and run. 81 yards. So that's about as long a non-scoring play as you're going to see from inside their own 10 to first. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown.
The sneak successful from a yard out.
And they're able to add on to their advantage. Nice job of polishing off that drive, and all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
The two are going to try and throw for it.
And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. after the touchdown. Ready to kick it away is Sanders. From the 6. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Bradley Chubb came in and got him. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Behind the chain, 2nd and 13. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Steps away to his left. Oh, he'll try and throw it deep to the other side of the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, we'll give it unsolicited advice. Absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their opponents in great shape.
6 yards there to the keeper and 2nd down. Tua with a quick throw, caught out wide. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Well, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his bread basket and one he normally catches. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They only got a couple, but a couple is all that they needed as they convert on 4th. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And he's got his tight end, Gesicki, in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. The 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Dolphins will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there. Unable to do so, that makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
This time, the extra point up and go. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And the Cowboys are able to recover. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive offensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks. People just leave the candy out at Halloween, and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today. A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up the blitz here or just drop anyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Prescott down. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Now Prescott on 4th down. Open man layup. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so, they're going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Offense in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. From just inside the 20, short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
To try again after the sack. Tua completes it to the tight end Smythe. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Right.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. He's going to find his tight end. That's Hunter Long. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards, the final tally.
But normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. Touchdown, Dolphins!
Tua finding his old Alabama teammate Jalen Waddle. And the Dolphins take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the third quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
But I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number one, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number two, if you are going to go for two, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Fielded right around the 8. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
The CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked up by Noah Igbenogany. And the Dolphins are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It give it and it take it away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times.
Third quarter from Miami. This is 2nd and 10.
Tua sets up to pass it. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Tua now on first down. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Jonathan Hankins busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from the
first down. Tua, it's Hill, complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And the next-gen stats are going to tell the story, and wow, what a story it is. Nearly a full 23 miles an hour. One of the fastest plays on record, folks.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Yeah, we saw that one up here, CD. Offensive team, they touched that before it went 10 yards.
Obviously such a fine line, letting it go the required 10 yards, but also getting to it before the hands team can. Just didn't time it out right, and that results in a flag.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On 1st and 10, Prescott. And he's going to lose yardage here. As they will switch ends as time is run out on this third quarter play. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Prescott. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. To throw is Prescott. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken the lead this second half. No points allowed since the break. And you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to pass. Tua.
Going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Anthony Barr. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage, because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
To To throw on 2nd and 10. Prescott. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Prescott. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and it goes down. Prescott to throw on 4th. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Wait a second, that's got to be a mistake. They declined it.
That doesn't make any sense, right? I mean, it doesn't at all, because you want that penalty. All right, they just picked up a 1st down, right? You want the penalty.
I am so confused right now. Here's a handoff to Mostert running left. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the Jets' sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's Mostert, toss left side. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here, because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. That one looks like he'll throw here. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. He picked it in the end zone. They're glad he brought it out all the way across midfield into enemy territory.
And don't think for a second that some teammates didn't tell him to stay in the end zone, right? What he did there, to me, was the equivalent of baseball running through the third base coach's signal to stop at third. And
it's only good if you're safe.
And he ended up, to me, this counts as safe. That's a great return.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Prescott got his man there, complete to Gallup. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They'll need a big play here with Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now Prescott. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Tua. And going deep for Hill. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points